Welcome to another tutorial on the Smoke program and its functions. For this video, we're going to demonstrate how to submit for finalization a funded course within the Smoke program. So from your login page as the course manager, one caveat: the course manager is the only person that can submit the finalization paperwork. So I'll go ahead and open course management. From in here, you're going to select course finalization and invoicing. We also still name this the BFS 250 form from the old time that we used to do this via paper. So go ahead and select that function. Again, we're going to have a little bit of some type of a search box in here. You can narrow this down using the fiscal year, the region. However, if you remember your tracking number from when you scheduled your program, you can enter just that tracking number and then let's search. In this particular instance, we are going to close this vehicle extrication program. Let's go ahead and select options and select. If you'll notice, we've got the Instructor of Record. This is a funded program, as you'll see under the allocated funding section at the top of your screen. First thing we have to do is we have to assign some instructional hours and contact hours for the instructor. Go ahead and edit. CEC credits and instructor hours. If you'll notice, again, up in your information section up here, your maximum is listed there. You can use that as a resource when you finalize your programs. In this case, we'll say that Mr. Betts taught 7 hours. So if that's all you were going to do, you can go ahead and move to the next screen. You'll notice that there's an invoice funding button. We're going to get to that in a moment. But let's add an additional instructor. From here, we're going to have a search list, and basically anybody that you see on here is going to be eligible to teach that program. Let's go ahead. In this case, we'll just select at random Mr. Abston. Same thing though. Notice that the invoice funding went away because we have an open instructor role here that has not had time assigned to it. So let's go ahead and edit. 7 hours. Save details. All right. Once we get that done, let's move into the next part of this particular function, which is to actually designate a payee. So click the invoice funding button, please. It will default to is an institution or association dispersing all funds to instructors or other entities. The answer 99.9% of the time should be yes. The state of Michigan does not pay instructors directly. We pay the individual counties. So what we're going to do is we're going to add a payee. And again, we have a search. In this particular instance, I happen to know that this is from Allegan County. The way the search works for the institution is they have to have a vendor number on file with the state's payment system known as Sigma. That number is then entered into the Smoke program, and that makes them eligible to appear on our payee list. Let's go ahead and select them. At this point, you have two options. You can either add funding to the individual instructors, or you can add the funding directly to the institution. The individual instructors is fairly straightforward. The requested amount between the two, however, cannot exceed $770 as designated here in the allocated funding section. Let's go ahead and actually add it directly to the institution. So we're going to edit. Pop-up screen is going to come in. Other is where you're going to put in your amount, 770.00. Please do not try to use commas or dollar signs, as the system will reject it and not save your information. The other description box, that box is a free text field. Go ahead and save changes. Now you'll note we have a requested amount and there's a new disbursement detail amount. If you want to see what you typed, you can go ahead and hit the other detail. Allegan County to pay all instructor and course costs. Once you're done with that and you're comfortable with your invoice, on this page you're going to see a new Submit Invoice button. Go ahead and select that. And now you'll note time and date stamped, submitted date, and by whom. This is the electronic component of completing a funded program. Additional information will still need to be emailed to the LARA BFS Smoke at michigan.gov inbox, including any receipts and any sign-in sheets for each course day. We hope you found this video helpful. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact your region coordinator.